So I'm betting EG. You know, I refuse to believe Techies is a hero here, Lizard.
Yeah, I'll continue making it spicy here. I'll go with my SCA boys. I think EG definitely got what it takes to take the game. I'm not a big believer in Naga, however.
I think it'll be okay. I think that Naga will be able to farm up without getting blown up. Let's bring in our casters, ODPixel and Lacoste, to see what they think. Gentlemen, Techies? Is Techies a winner?
I don't think so. I really dislike the hero. I'm like, they show up. This is their second game of the tournament. They pick Techies. I mean, they must think it's good. You know, they probably practiced. They beat some of the top tier teams with it. There's no other explanation. I'm leaning towards EG. I love this Naga Siren pick against the Techies. The root mechanic against all of their heroes. Ember Spirit. Tusk can't use the snowball. Like, just feels really good.
Yeah, I've got to sort of lean the same way as the cost. I think the Naga Siren on for the last pick for EG is fantastic, but I'm excited because, as we're saying, you know, you don't pick Techies in this situation unless you have something insane prepared that you practice. So I'm ready for FNATIC to literally blow us all away here.
All right, well, let's see how it works out. Will FNATIC be able to take Game 2 and bring us to a Game 3? Let's find out. Take it away, gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Timmy. Here we go. Game 2 of FNATIC versus EG, and a Techies is thrown into the mix for the second time this tournament. Didn't have great success until the first time round,
no,
but to be fair, that was in a game that didn't really matter, so yeah, it wasn't necessarily that you know.
Yeah, the game didn't matter. I go to bed, I'm like, man, it feels good. I just saw Techies losing, getting dumpstered. I fall asleep instantly just by thinking about it, and I wake up, second game Techies again.
I mean, maybe you never woke up, maybe you're still asleep. You know?
Yeah, maybe this is a nightmare.
This is a nightmare. Here we have it, jabs on the Techies. Let's see what FNATIC's got up their sleeves.
Tusk and Techies, this was the lane that EG won like TI5 with, if I remember correctly. It was super popular AUI on the Techies. I just don't feel this is a real hero. Every single time I see the hero, I think it's some kind of a meme.
Let's have a look. So memes can be incredibly powerful nowadays. Let's see if it's got enough power in it to get FNATIC the victory. They had a tough game 1, a good opening to the game 1, but it quickly went downhill as EG just completely took over. Let's see if FNATIC can get this one going any differently. Looking at the lane setups, we have Arteezy starting farming down on the bottom lane, backed up by Fly. It's going to be into this tri-lane at the moment of FNATIC. Raven, DJ, and Jabs all down here. Of course, leaving the Enigma. Masteros to play on his own on the solo lane top against Ice in the 1v1. Mid lane, the Spirits. Moon on the Ember versus
bottom lane. They're gonna go on him. Silence from Techies.
There we go. I mean, the tri-lane's got to do this. You know, you're laning like this if you're FNATIC. You're looking for the kills, and what better way to start it off by taking Arteezy out of the lane.
But Mirana and Wyvern, they're really not strong in a tri-lane. Neither is Naga Siren. They need to be careful about the Techies. Like, if they keep having this tri-lane, Wyvern, especially level 1, you have Arctic Burn, Splinter Blast. You know, once you get the levels, if you can get to the level 3, it's fine. But compared to the tag team, like, it's just so much damage coming up from the Tusk, and of course the Techies blast off. You need to be careful about that. Techies deeping mid. It's a ganking Techies.
Oh, here we go, Jabs. He's coming in with the blast off ult. A little short on it there. Armor's still getting low, but the pulse is out for the Sleight of Fist. No damage to be done there by Moon. And it's going to be an active Techies. We'll see Jabs sweeping up and down the map, looking for opportunities to blast off.
There it is. A tip. Well-deserved tip. This is a kind of a rotation that we've seen multiple times, where position 4 just TPs out into the trees. It's so much easier to execute. I mean, it's only doable when you're playing Radiant, pretty much.
Snap on him. He's trying to get aggressive onto Raven. The blast off from Jabs comes over towards Arteezy. Arteezy getting taken down low by the tag team. Arteezy's got to run. He's into the trees and he's away. Still live. FNATIC themselves also very low. Get Arteezy salved up. Same to be said for Raven. Both Jabs, DJ not actually having any HP regen out themselves. Will stay low. And turn towards Crypt. Crypt's level 2. No chance of catching him. Leaps available.
We're making this game easier for our observers. You know, tri-lane versus tri-lane, mid, I don't think anyone's gonna die there. Same goes for the top lane, so just watch the bottom lane, we're gonna be good. But to go back to the top lane a bit, you know, Pangolier, by Ice, I think he was pretty much the first player that started playing it competitively. Had a couple of videos how to play him. I learned a lot, like he's the one who taught me how to play the hero. When I was like, vector targeted ability, what is that? I don't have a degree in math, man. I have to watch some videos to know like what's going on.
I don't even know what a vector is. So he certainly does that. So, good block off onto Masteros here. Ice. That's another proc.
Yes.
Won't quite get it there on the next hit, so Masteros will be fine. Masteros, you've got any breaching coming out over towards the bottom. Jabs tries to jump in. He's not going to be able to get the kill. Ends up getting taken down as Fly turns towards him. DJ trying to escape. Chasing on, the Splinter Blast connects. Crit. He's got the kill, takes out the two of them.
Nicely done. Abed has double damage on the mid lane. They might try to go for him.
Good attempt with the Remnant there, Abed, but couldn't quite find the angle between the creep waves coming in. Moon will be fine, bottle refilled. Top lane Masteros really wanting to stick in this lane, but stay very low on the HP. Ice. He's out of mana though. Trying to build up the bottle. Got himself a clarity in the boots coming out. He managed to keep up the pressure. Top lane going pretty much as expected. Ice getting the lead on the CS, but of course,
yeah, Swan's Buckle is super strong against the Eidolons. You have that extra CS potential. He bought Boots of Speed first to be a bit like if he gets the proc with Orb of Venom as well, he might get a kill. Marana
more than fine with the leaps available. Was able to grab that bouncy rim before Jabs. DJ could get on top of him. Back over towards the mid. 26-7 against the 31-7. Moon still with a slight edge. But, the all-important move for both of these is going to be that 6-minute rune. It's both heroes absolute killers when it comes to rotating if they get themselves that DD or Arcane.
Both of these spirits very good at like. EG needs to be a bit more careful because they are playing aggressive tri-lane, which means that they will be closer to the tower, so they're more vulnerable to rotations coming out from the spirit.
If you're looking for Radiant's bottom tower, better hurry.
Bottom lane Raven is getting heavily pressured here by just the two of them, Artesian Fly. DJ make his way back over to try and get some of this pressure that was getting put on the tower. We'll see over by the runes, Arbed will be the one to grab it. Jab's coming in with a blast off, but Arbed already away with it. With the Astral Step himself, the try for the arrow connection won't quite manage to catch Moon.
What do you think about Techie's performance so far?
I mean, I like the attempts here from Jabs. You know, he's very, very active. He's going from lane to lane, trying to jump in with the blast off, but the impact is it feels like it's not as great as they kind of need it to be. When you've got this hero moving around the map.
First one to connect on the Void Spirit. Now he once again dodged it. So a lot of time wasted by Techies. He's a level 3 there, having a tri-lane. There's the blast off.
Well, this time, that will certainly do it. Level 2 blast off, Jabs has the damage. Back up DJ and his tag team. Catch, crit out this time.
Enigma going for Necrobook. I like Necrobook unit. Sometimes if you overcommit, if you get that level 3 Necrobook, it feels like you're delaying your Blink Dagger, you're delaying your BKB. This time around, they will have Winter Wyvern, which is really nice against the BKB Black Hole, so you're always going to have that covered.
Top, they're going to be able to get the angle. Ice sits up with a swashbuckle, crit. Tries to get in on this, but they're turning things around. Black Hole's dropped down from Masteros. The follow-up damage from Jabs and Moon. Ice will get punished for that. To get him behind the tower, FNATIC going to be a team to let him get away with it.
A bit too deep. At one point, Naga Siren will need to bail from the bottom lane, just go to the jungle, because she's not getting too much harm on the bottom lane anymore. And yeah, Artesia already bailing.
See mid, Arbed trying to go for Moon. I'm going to have the snowball. Jabs, some of the extra punches, poking that tag team. Again, EG losing some of their cores here, as FNATIC are doing an excellent job of reacting to these attempts from EG underneath towers.
Necrobook done on Enigma, just needs to use the courier, then he can start putting some more pressure on the tower. I would love Ice's Ice to be a bit more active. He can't play aggressively on a Raid King. Raven is having a really good time on this Raid King, going into hand of Midas. Radiance already knows what he's gonna be up against. Naga Siren and the Illusions, you want to have that Radiance as soon as possible. Like, I don't think it's that good of a game for Naga Siren to get the Fusel Blade, even though, like, it is still good item build on Naga. Raven can buy a shard, and yeah, I think Arteezy just wants to get like a higher tier item after getting the Manta style.
What a lane. Abed make a play onto Raven with the back of a Ice's Ice.
Oh, that's nice done.
The second time round, Jabs watching from the side, rolling thunder out from Ice's Ice. Be able to find the line over towards Jabs as well. I went up to damage to take down Raven, jump forward on towards the Void Spirit. Jabs trying to go for the kill. He's got to be careful. One more jump from Arbet will catch him. Jabs, he's hiding in with the Dissimulate. Jabs, he's gone.
Kill the mine, plus 25. I like how mines are, you know, 25. 25 easy MMR, 25 gold. That was nicely done. I thought that they will not be able to kill like Raid King twice, but the Techies was there, kind of dies for his teammate. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Masaros manages to kill the tier 1 tower. Ice's Ice will try to do the same thing. Orb of Corrosion still works on the tower overtime damage and the minus armor, but they are a bit limited on the tower damage this game until like Naga Sirens gets big.
Yeah. The pushing potential definitely looked better early on for FNATIC. They're able to find opportunities after team fights. Bottom lane Moon down here on his own. Ice's Ice and Arbet are hunting for him. Rolling Thunder's at the ready. Moon's got to be careful. If Ice's Ice can get an angle to get in with the ult, Arbet does continue to bait. Ice's Ice not committing with the Rolling Thunder, knowing that Moon will be able to jump away with the Remnant.
Still chasing, trying to make stuff happen. Moon not lucky with the trusty shovel. Ideally, you would want to pick up a bounty rune, refill your bottle.
Nice. It's actually going to be able to find him with the setup Rolling Thunder, but Moon, he's out with the Remnant. The arrow just off the mark.
From anime, you know, that one does not miss. They can start playing on the bottom as well. I don't think FNATIC will defend. There is a catapult. Pangolier should be able to take this tier 1 tower. Arteezy just keeps farming up. A bit of a lane, a bit of a jungle, farming that Manta style. We might see, again, a slower game.
Yeah, there's a Naga Siren, there's a Techies. Definitely the potential. Be a bit of a longer one, which is going to do. Game 1 was rather quick, it's rather brief, so making up for how rapid the first game came to an end. Arbet he's on his own in the jungle. Moon. Arbet nothing more than just trying to interrupt the farming of this Ember Spirit.
We're not talking about tech. How's the most important hero in this game doing? Moon will be able to kill Pangolier. I think there were a couple of mines there as well.
Yeah, just gets him with the chains and commits with the remnants, blows him up. He's not of course yet able to start burning into the mid lane. And the setup, Ice's Ice flying back to get involved in this fight. Masaros just down the blast off is there for Jabs, but Masaros will get taken down underneath the tower. Jabs now as well by Arbet and EG. Let's try and chase for more. Ice's Ice, Rolling Thunder, good to go. All the shards block him off. DJ's able to make sure that the space is there for Moon to get out without Ice's Ice getting the catch on him. Moon comes back in with the side effect. There's going to be a buyback from Crit. As the setups here aren't easy.
Arrow.
Has he got the timing? He does. The sleep setup into the Remnant, into the arrow. They lock down Moon. And now DJ will also fall as Ice's Ice protected by the cold embrace of Fly.
That was nice enough. They have a good setup for the arrow. Either like end snare once Naga Siren gets that, or just a sleep. Wyvern Curse is also a great setup. 2 buybacks. That's going to be costly. Next time they die, they added seconds to their death timer. gonna be pretty big. ISSI is not going for like any type of a damage. Usually, from what we've seen, especially 11th Tango, like he goes pretty much always for the same item build. You know, get that Maelstrom to be able to scale. If you don't get that Maelstrom, like you're gonna have a hard time pushing out the lanes. You're gonna be in the middle of the pack, I would say. But I guess he just wants to be able to, you know, tank up all the damage.
I mean, this is as you said, the punishment that will be there for playing with that buyback in that last fight. He gets taken down again, Ice, and now he's gone for a minute. And at 13 minutes into the game, that's a long period of time to not be involved.
Yeah, he can just chill. Try to figure out where Tekis is placing the mines. Raven, fight is done. Going into Radiance. Trying to put some more pressure on the mid lane. They also don't have too much tower damage. If there's no Necro unit, if there's no Eidolon's crit, where is he? Not saving his body fly.
He's completely alone at Fly's FNATIC. Some good kills one after the other, while CG's not got the full squad alive. It is indeed just giving that time for Wraith. Still though, RTZ very far ahead of anyone else in the game. 2k lead. SNY into Orchid.
SNY, okay. This is pretty much the first SNY I've seen on Naga. I didn't see too much of a Naga, but the ones that I've seen in Southeast Asia, seen always went for the Manta Stout because, you know, it increases your farm, you get those extra illusions, you can dispel stuff. Not too many stuff to dispel this time around. Techies, silence, chains, but he's going for status resistance instead. Going into Orchid.
I mean, Gen G like that, going for the Orchid on the Naga Siren.
A scan from Radiant.
Maybe they feel they need like another way of lockdown, but going for 2 Orchids, like Void Spirit's already getting an Orchid, so maybe he could go for something else. Like if he wants to tank up, like Scotty is a good choice. I've also seen him play Naga Siren like Manta style into Butterfly straight away when they have a heavy physical damage. Maybe they think like we don't have enough lockdown, like we need to be able to deal with like Snowball coming up from the Tusk. Enigma will eventually get a BKB, so like that's not gonna matter. Bottom lane, Arrow will connect.
Very nice setup. Have they got enough damage though into the root? It's gonna be close. Stick charge pop from Moon and the Remnant. It's up. He's away. Not quite enough control and damage between the two of them. Meanwhile, up at the top half of the map, Arbed's in trouble. Yern's going to be ticking him down. Shards off the marks. Arbed's able to jump down to the low ground with the dissimilate.
He's good. He's going to get out.
Oh, he's away.
That was so close. Yeah, it might be a bit of an overkill getting 2 Orchids. Let's see if he commits for it. He just bought a quarter staff. Could still potentially turn that into Butterfly, but now he's all in as that Oblivion staff.
Oh, crit! He actually lands the arrow there.
That's a solo kill.
Absolutely is that Moon. He wasn't ready for that at all. Heads down to the low ground, and I guess just saw the arrow coming in at a distance that he didn't see it when he was actually up there on the same level as it. And a beautiful shot from Crit catches him out.
You know where those mines are going to be, at least for the tier 1 tower. You know he wants to place them around that 3 area. They dewarded Orchid, already done on the Void Spirit. I like how Ember Spirit is, yeah, they have this Orchid. I do not have a way of defending myself. Maybe I'll need to buy a BKB so he does not commit early on, even though he's having a Javelin and a Mithril Hammer, so just keeping the Javelin locked.
Dire's top tower has some Radiant-shaped problems.
She made ice. Trying to keep the pressure off the tier 1 tower. Bottom lane, EG. They're ready to jump in and look for jabs. And Arbed, he's found him. Set up with the Orchid into the Remnant. He's going to have the burst to take down jabs. DJ unable to save him.
Dire's top tower has some Radiant-shaped problems.
Towards mid, ice. Try and lead things in onto Raven. Raven has got the reincarnation.
Good bounces.
They can do it a second time. Crit's coming over the arrow. Oh, it's perfectly timed. He manages to land it over towards the side. Flies to control Masaros with the curse to make sure that there's no black hole to threaten the rest of EG.
That was such a nice move from Crit. You know, he has pretty much one job, control Enigma. Even when Enigma gets a Blink Dagger BKB, he needs to stay away as further as possible and just cancel that black hole.
The fly. Yeah.
What did I say, Crit? Yeah, fly. I'm having some flashbacks from Crit.
Oh yeah, the quit. Yeah, I remember. 10 to 10. 18 minutes in. It's a close one. It is. But as minutes pass, you know, it is a game where RTZ's Naga Siren feels like it's only going to get further ahead with the speed that RTZ is able to farm up the map with the illusions. I'll see if Raven is able to catch up once he has the Radiance complete. It's very close to the relic. 3,200 gold onto it.
He's so far ahead of Raid King. Like, he's getting closer and closer to the relic. It's gonna be 20 minutes, Radiance Midas. Like, if they manage to kill him one more time, Raven's not getting too much out of the map. It's very hard for also techies to set things up because they have Naga Siren illusions. You know, you have ways to deal with those bombs.
Maybe looking for the setup top. Raven, no ult for 30 seconds. Gotta be a little cautious with EG hanging around.
And over here, Radiance top
Back
tower.
up, try and reset. Get back in with the invis. Overlord, Raid Master Ops, who just drop it straight up onto Ice. They'll get the kill, but now they've got to be cautious as Moon. He's very low on the mana. Into the Orchid, he's silenced and held in place. Moon, he's going to die for this effort. They may have got Ice, but it's a black hole down and also their mid laner down.
This should be a tier 1 tower on the mid lane. They got the Pango. Seems like Ice is playing more of a sacrificial role this time around. You know, he's tanking the spell. Song will still catch Enigma.
Well, indeed, Master
with the arrow. Let's see if they can time it. Yes, they can.
Very nicely done. I mean, they have a super solid setup, both the Remnant or the arrow, either one. It's going to catch whoever gets set up upon by the sleep.
Bombs will not kill anything.
Didn't hit anything at all. Tips out from Fly as well.
If this was a techies in my pub, this is those mines. I can see queuing up the Shadow Amulet. I'm a bit worried. But he's having a good time, you know. He's farming up almost a full Aghanim Scepter done.
Yes,
it's always very hard to get a good read on a techies game. Like, one mistake, they go for the high ground, they go inside the trees, 2 heroes, they instantly die. Suddenly it's 3 versus 5. They chase you, they get the Roche. Very hard to predict like what can happen in techies games.
No, absolutely. Yeah, this, even though it's 2k lead for EG and RTZ is as big as he is, and we're not quite into that techies territory that it gets to when EG do have to try and siege the high ground. Mid lane, setups there. These Orchids certainly getting the job done. Moon's getting caught out.
He does not have a way of defending himself. At least, you know, he did not go for the Maelstrom, lock that Javelin, so just needs a recipe to buy a BKB. That's going to help quite a lot against 2 Orchids.
They're going to look for Roche EG. With
a lot of
Moon in the game.
You know, you have Pango. Pango is very strong in a lot of departments. You know, getting minus armor from the Lucky Shot, disarm, minus armor from Orb of Corrosion, Riptide, minus armor. What is he sitting at? Just -2 right now, -13, I believe that's it.
Coming over to contest this is very hard for EG. I mean, sorry, very hard
you have a song. Like, you always have a song to kill the Roche with.
No chance of fighting into this around the pit. EG's lineup too strong.
We didn't talk about is like Tusk, his you know, shards. It's really not that good this game because they have 1, 2, 3, 4 heroes that can get over the shards easily. So like, even if you get a good block off, doesn't really matter that much. Pangolier picking up a Blink Dagger, so it's going to be much easier for him to cut into backlines, possibly find Enigma, who still does not have a Blink Dagger.
Midlane RTZ, he's diving in onto Jabs. Got the setup as he is going to back away. Doesn't want to stick around too long with the Axe, that's stats. Jabs is tanky enough to live through the damage of the illusions. Ice, he's looking for the cleanup. He's going in, he's going towards the fountain. Oh. Yeah, he's going to start TPing out. Bit of a wild move there. You know, one of the reasons why we love to see Ice.
Kind of a classic Ice.
Just rolling into the fountain.
Rolling in. Knows that he can't die. Arrow connects on a Tusk, but there is no follow-up. Aegis on the Naga Siren. They can continue to get the most out of the map. Like Raven, he's involved in 1 kill. That kill was from the laning stage. Has Radiance, keeps farming up.
How's it doing? It's still struggling to just catch up with how much Arteezy is getting done. This Orchid has just enabled him to get involved. 3-1 and 4 on the Naga Siren. And also just the sort of mana regen in the end. You never really have to worry about buying clarities. He's just going to be able to keep spamming that mirror image and always have the mana to fight, having enough to use the soul burn and the ensnare.
Crit, this game has been on point with his rotations, with his arrows. It's not all about him because everyone else needs to set it up, but you need to have a good angle. We've seen a couple of times like Masaru's trying to block the arrow from certain angles with the Eidolons, with the Necro Warriors, but Crit is always there to pretty much to land it. Naga Siren about to have a hard finish, so that's going to tank her up quite a bit.
They're trying to get the catch on Arteezy. See if they can do it. They've got to get through the Aegis. The rest of EG making their way over. Songs available, curses available. FNATIC's going to be very careful about how they clip the center fight. Off the mirror image, Arteezy starting to step away over towards the backlines. Arbe jumps up towards Jazz, pulls him back for the Revenant, takes him out. Going to be able to keep Arteezy safe here with the Cold Embrace. BKB's out from Moon. Eyeside's coming back across. Song comes to an end. Arteezy continuing to retreat, and he's away. They can't chase any further. EG's going to pick some more. Look at Arbe, but the curse fly puts the stop to the black hole. Arrow out onto Raven, over to the side, the silence and the ensnare catching Moon. Moon will go down. DJ and Raven, they're trying to find Eyeside's perfect out to clip. They bring down the Mirana. Arteezy and Arbe, they're ready to swing back in though. Arteezy's picked up the heart. He's healing back up. They've got to run FNATIC. They're only down to Raven and DJ. Raven, he'll fall the launch.
That's his first life.
Can DJ do anything to save him? He can't. The Orchid out again from Arteezy, silencing DJ. He has to run. He's got to leave Raven. As DJ cannot fight this.
Nice dodge by Abed.
Abed takes down DJ. TP over for Jabs. Jab. Can he do anything to help him? There's going to be a buyback coming out. But Abed's cleaned up the double kill. Over towards Jabs. DJ's brought back for this, but he knows he cannot TP in here. He can do nothing to help Jabs as EG.
Oh, that was such a nice done by EG. Pretty much the perfect timing. Heart gets delivered in the middle of the fight. The regeneration kicks in. Song to keep him alive. BKB on Ember Spirit. He can deal with that amount of damage coming out because Ember Spirit's not really farmed. Like Fly, he has one job. His job is don't get caught by a black hole and just cancel it with the skills. And exactly what he did.
Fly might be a little bit dead here. So, he's in on it. Arteezy won't be able to help him out. Has been trapped by the shards, but look at that.
It's not RNG.
Managed to dodge. Wow.
He knew how to use it.
He did. You just got to press the button the right way to guarantee that your illusion's over the shards. You can try at home, but it's very hard.
Yeah, you need to press it like 3 times fast, 2 times slow, then 2 times fast again.
Give it a bit of a rub, press the key right, and boom, you're over the shot.
Arrow again. That's DJ bought back. He bought back in the previous fight, so he's not gonna have it. Next Roshan may respawn in 3.5 minutes. There's still a couple of towers that EG can't go for. Like Techies, he's not having like that good of a time anymore because all these mines are being taken away from the Naga Siren illusions. Pangolier is super tanky, like he can tank most of that damage. He's also bringing something on the courier. That's a full pipe. Yeah, he just wants to tank up.
Alright. Oh, Moon caught yet again. I mean, it's too hard to play against these silences. He's still struggling. Even though he has the BKB, they catch him with any of the stuns, the Thunder, or the Remnant. They've just got enough damage to burst through him before he's able to react. CG now at 10k, 21 to 13. To have another very solid game. Oh, the mines do go off, but
good tanky with that
heart. Yeah, he's going to be back up to full HP in a few seconds.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Nothing more than a bit of a tickle.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Also, I love Fly's build, maxing out Cold Embrace to lower the cooldown, increase the healing, because like he's not dealing damage. He does not need that Arctic burn. Pretty much already said it multiple times. Needs to be able to cancel the black hole. Like Enigma is going for a BKB into Lincoln Sphere. Could be a bit tricky if he manages to get to that Lincoln Sphere, but eventually I think they will have another way of stopping it. Naga Siren, definitely a hero that wants to buy an Abyssal Blade, so they will have that covered as well.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Some of these neutral items are teasing, finding the lovely one here for the Naga Siren, the Elven Tunic. incredibly beneficial for
one of the best.
one of these.
Sure.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Now, these tier 2s, they can't really defend them, Fnatic. Fnatic's going to have to gear up for that high ground defense. See if they can get something big going. And if Raven's really going to be in a position that he can sort of attend these fights and be any sort of threat. Because so far, he's just not really been able to get involved at all. They're running him down. Arbeb going to be able to finally catch it. Arteezy's in with a song, and he's in a position that's very hard for the rest of Fnatic to get to. I think Fnatic, they're just going to have to bail on him completely. They know that they cannot get here in time to give him any sort of chance on the second life. Oh, unless that blink, wait, is
He actually managed to blink out. They don't know where he is.
They don't know where he is? Okay. I mean, that's why they didn't come over. Raven was like, don't worry, guys, I got this. And he actually gets out.
I
despite the whole
not
of
want to
BGB there. Yeah.
because they were not showing other heroes, and he was like,
Yeah.
I'll go in, I'll try to find the back line, possibly stun something else. You guys got this, right? Apparently
They didn't. So yeah, Raven actually able to live. Very nicely done. ZG still bringing in this mid lane. Ooh, there we go. There, we finally got one.
Oh, look at that goal.
We finally got a 1200 gold.
Okay.
That's what it's all about. That is literally the reason why Jabs is playing techies, just so he could. I mean, and he did it. He had enough mines. I think it was 100-0.
I think it was.
Yeah.
We're probably gonna see that
All
one
right,
again.
there we go.
It was pretty hype.
Yeah, that's the dream for Jabs.
Your hero dies, no one is nearby, but your hero is dead. Raid King finally level 18, so 40-second cooldown on reincarnation. Icy size.
Got it.
Rolling. Checking out if they're invading the jungle.
So Jabs can pull out some more of those. It's the big stuff. There we see it. He steps in and look, a perfectly stacked mine pile. And Arteezy, as soon as he's down, of course, Jabs is quick with the all chat on the hero lines. You gotta be. That's one of the key parts of playing the techies. You gotta break your enemies down.
Yeah, you gotta get into their heads.
Yeah.
And try to break them. Jump from Abed. They do not want to take this fight. Naga Siren out. Roshan is up. Also, Song is up. EG using a smoke. Abed also going for a bit of an earlier E on this. Does not want to die to techies.
Yeah.
Also, that's gonna possibly keep him alive from the black hole. They don't have any nullifiers, and I don't think they will have, because like none of these heroes really love to buy the item. Abed.
Trying to get the jump in onto Moon, but Moon, BKB's still good to go. Keep the mines put to waste there. Zabed.
Most of the time you would not want to have Eon Disc the first usage like completed. You want to have it disassembled and then assemble it in a team fight, but since you're playing against the techies, like you never know. You might not be able to react. You just straight up die. So it's okay to have it completed. Butterfly will be down on Naga Siren in the next couple of seconds. That's a lot of evasion. 16% from Elven Tunic and also the Butterfly. Raid King, also not a hero that likes to buy MKB, but might be able to go for it. Arrow, well, not connect. BKB popped by Moon.
So I was worried about the follow-up that could be coming out if he did get hit. So that's easy. Coming in with the setup, he's managed.
Another arrow is ready.
See if they've got the setup, they do. DJ, they get caught out. Iso's coming in the pines. Okay, Jabs is able to get Arbed. Arbed has been blown up. BG want to keep fighting on without their Void Spirit. I've got to be careful around this area. They're going to be a little bit spooked after losing Arbed like that.
When playing against techies, you know certain areas will be mined, so like even if they're not, you're still not gonna go there. Eventually, they will need to pick up a gem. Crit just finished, Fly just finished Ether Lens and the Blink Dagger on Wyvern, so maybe his next item should be the gem to be able to see things. Once Abed is out, they can go for the Roche. Unfortunately for him, Neon Disc was not ready. Actually, Pango just buys it because he has enough money. He's like, I'm sick and tired of techies in this game. Boys, let's try to close it out.
Yeah, I mean, And then they've got to be careful. I mean, Jabs he's definitely doing it. Those 2 kills, killing Arteezy, killing Arbed. He can keep this up.
Oh, what a nice arrow from Crit. Man, it takes a lot of skill. I don't think they're gonna kill him, but still felt really, really good. He's gonna chase him, but yeah.
See
Just
mid.
not enough damage. Like, he used the arrow while there was a Flight of Fist from Ember Spirit. Song mid.
I mean, Raven's going straight up to the high ground. Was trying to get the jump onto Fly. Arteezy having to use the song to save Fly. EG's sort of questioning if they want to actually fight this. There's still a few seconds without Arbed, so they won't try and force something off the back of that song. It's used to save Fly.
Arteezy very active as a Naga Siren, like he's involved in 15 out of 22 kills, because he knows he needs to play with the team. They have a great setup. If he ever wants to, quit Dota, those songs were so on point, might start thinking about his music career as well.
Beautiful vocals.
To restore
Now
the
prepare.
void within.
Here's the mine sign down, and it's the mines prepared by Jabs. Roshan, a little bit of a spooky space to enter into. It's midnight. This tier 2 tower just about to fall. Raven trying to do his best to hold on to it as long as he can, but the tower's gone. Masteros waiting, ready with the black hole. If EG do try and commit.
Dire's top tower has radiant shake problems.
Ag's done on Moon, so the Ag's on Moon and on both Raven and Masteros. They've got some great ways on their cores to get to these back lines and try and catch Fly before Fly's able to interrupt the team fight with the curse. They're going in on Arteezy in the mid. On the other side, Moon's committed with the BKB, trying to keep the backliners of EG away. And now the black hole is coming in out. Fly, he's in position. He's able to curse Masteros, put the black hole to an end. Masteros will go down, and Arteezy will be able to back up. He may even be able to get back in. Turns with the root onto Raven. The side, DJ trying to watch Beacon found. Arbed jumps over, finds DJ in the trees, takes him down. Raven will be able to slam down Crit. Fly back from the 2 of them here. It's both Masteros and DJ want to get back in on this.
Arbed still has that Arcane Rune running.
I mean, Moon.
Good setup.
Is BKB still on cooldown for 35 seconds? They're in onto Moon. Moon in trouble. DJ coming over with the snowball. Can he save it? Moon goes down. Jump forward with the blast off. Arteezy and Ice both blow. And they're trapped.
Arteezy going
by
drop.
Raven. He's able to take down Arteezy. Turns towards Ice as well. As the buybacks pay off FNATIC, they'll be able to take the team fight.
They used to buybacks. Roshan is up, so they can go inside a bit and try to take this fight. That Easy has a buyback. Pango, no buyback on him. Marana will be out. I'm not sure if EG wants to buy back and try to contest this, because this is a pretty big one.
It would be very risky, yeah. You get Arteezy in, but they say no Ice. So they may just have to let this one go for FNATIC. The AC done on Raven. Check this down pretty quickly. No curse for 20 seconds, so Fly can't even go for some sort of YOLO play to disrupt this. FNATIC, they're going to get this. This Aegis and Cheese, it will be theirs. And despite the lead from EG, FNATIC, they're doing it. They're keeping themselves in the game. And definitely setting up the map in a way that's making it very hard for EG to push this on to the next objective.
EG wants these prolonged team fights where they get the most out of Winter Wyvern, multiple heals, try to reset part of the Rask region to kick in, but Raven right now is getting pretty big. He's not been very active early on, he's just been farming, but now holding on to Aegis. I'm not sure if they can take him down 3 times. Like, they should be able to control him with some of the spells, especially the disarm coming up from the Pangolier and everything good. But yeah, they should try to go for those who bought back. It's gonna become a bit more problematic. Enigma getting closer to Linken's here, then Crit can just go in. So I want to see some Bashers, I want to see some Abyssal Blades being built, Pangolier going for one, and I believe Naga Siren also going for one, yeah? So they need to have that covered.
Excellent, yeah, Spell Prism. He wants to take that on FNATIC. Both Moon and Masteros would like to get their hands on that mid lane. Arteezy going for the setup. Moon, again, just having to use the BKB every time, making sure that he doesn't get chain stunned by any follow-up after the song.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant are scanning for enemies.
Techies, Octarine Core, level 20. Can't wait for level 25. Do you think he picks up the damage or the mine's movement speed?
We'll have to see. I don't know what's meta at sort of this incredibly high level of the game.
Yeah, I don't know what the meta is, because every single time I join a game, I ban techies.
We should say you abandoned
Radiant's
it.
bottom tower is under
Oh, techies, that's nice. See ya.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Like, it's one of the most memey talents in the game for sure. Like, you see mines running at you, you're like, what's going on?
And you can definitely feel that techies pressure getting through. They can't approach the high ground, especially now, of course, with the Aegis cheese in the hands of Raven. It's a hard move to make. Have to be very, very careful how they approach things against this FNATIC line. Despite how big Arteezy is. You know, we are seeing though, with these moments passing, Raven has pretty much caught up to the farm of Arteezy. Recovery has been brilliant from him. Despite the low attendance on the fights, you know, he's been doing his job. He's been hitting the creeps. And he's shooting up that. He's going to have the MKB done very shortly.
He doesn't like to buy that item, but against all the evasion coming out from the Naga Siren and the Butterfly, she was also holding the Elven Tunic, now holding on to Ninja Gear instead. Like, you need to be able to go through that evasion. 35% is just a bit too much.
I mean, I feel like we might definitely be getting a long one here. I mean, EG, they've just found the dream item, but you always hope for Arteezy would have been holding out. As he will get that Illusionist cape on the Naga Siren. Extremely nice item to be had, the best.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, those items for certain heroes
Yeah,
have
so
like
good.
100% drop rate. Ember Spirit holding on to Spell Prison, has Refresher or queued out.
Might have to BKB here, yeah. Gotta be careful. BKB serving his life plenty of times. And we'll come to an end. And
Jax thinks Radiant's bottom tower
he's got them.
He's silenced again, but look at the mines, it's being pinged out. Where's the arrow? Here it comes.
Oh,
That's not dodge.
it doesn't. Comes out of the slide, gets hit by the arrow, taken out by the illusion. That's Moon dead for 80 seconds. Up towards Raven they go. Raven be able to back on. I mean, you can see it there as well. You know, once he had the BKB, he did have remnants, but you know, EG almost knew they were like, hang on, this guy's baiting us. He's trying to get us to go somewhere. It was indeed. EG, they play it smart, they don't fall for the bait, they take him out at distance.
Yeah, I like that. Something that mentioned Void Spirit decided to go for Remnant provides a true sight, which is really nice, you know, playing against the techies. They also have the gem. Ice,
Do
ice,
Radiant
ice.
want their middle tower to fall?
Who's holding it now? Because I saw it was now. Well, where's the gem actually? Oh, it's the Void Spirit who has it. Slow siege from EG.
Starting to
Bottom tower is under
go on Raven, but of course they never want to fully commit onto this Wraith King. Especially when he's up here on the high ground of the base. They'll look to push on the side lanes, trying to sort of split FNATIC up, so that it's going to be off the mark, not going to catch anything there.
Abed needs to be careful to not like get his E on this proc, so that he's not the full HP. That's the Age of Regeneration. Arrow,
Ice, he's in, that's DJ down. No buyback on DJ. He's out for 90 seconds. CG now for the number advantage. Jump forward from Moon. Tries to get the catch, won't find it. It's crits out. EG, can they get anything more done whilst DJ is down? Still very, very hard to push into the rest of FNATIC's lineup.
and over here, Radiant's top tower.
And like Shadow being used here to try and allow them to get some sort of angle that they could jump in, catch FNATIC by surprise.
bottom lane. They have a couple of mines, hard to see how many. And they also have a sign.
Raven's trying to start things outside of the bench. Abed jumps over towards Moon. Pulls him back. Arteezy.
Lincoln's here, done on Enigma, but there's also
they can
Abed gets blown up.
It does.
There's also gem on the ground. It's being pinged out.
It is. Can they get it in time? Who's heading out there? Mastros. Yeah, the courier's been sent. DJ's going to be able to pick that up.
Because they bought that gem earlier on. Like, the one's going to be ready in the next couple of minutes. But it's still a 900 gold loss for the EG.
And with those kills, yeah, Jabs, he's getting close to 25. Already well through the level 23.
When I said that they need Abyssal Blades on the heroes to deal with the Enigma, the Black Hole, look what Crit has queued up.
I mean, you're absolutely right. That's how much they value the item against Masteros.
Everyone just wants to get like Eon Disc and Abyssal Blade / Dasher to be able to deal with the Enigma. Like, Mirana has a lot of attack speed with the leap, so even if she's like not caught inside of the Black Hole, she can cancel it before the Abyssal Blade.
No, for sure, you're very...
Like,
highly likely to get
even
one
Fly,
back.
like they're itemized so nicely against this Enigma. Fly wants to get a refresher. Unfortunately for him, like there was no Philosopher's Stone dropped in this game, otherwise he might have actually had it. Buys another gem. Crit actually buys a gem.
Yeah, they've got to have this gem against this Techies, otherwise it's going to be impossible to play against Jabs.
Refresher done on Ember Spirit, so he has 6 Fire Remnants, not too bad.
Double damage empowers me.
Also double BKB is going to be very helpful. I hope you guys, went to the bathroom, have enough water and everything, but be sure to get some snacks, because this one seems to be that's going to last forever.
Oh man, we have this attempt on us. He actually has the refresher. Pop by Moonshot can get it. He's going to be able to find the Black Hole Bolos. Masteros, he gets the lockdown on the two of them. Fly comes into the curse. Holds down Moon. He's still trapped in between the four of them. He's able to put the mirror image. He will get out of there as Fly's able to set up the turnaround. They take out both of them. Both Moon and Jabs going down. Jabs will buy back. So they can take down Raven a second time. Then burn through the reincarnate. RTZ Arbiter crits around him. And that's going to be it's going to be Raven out. He's down for 100. He has no buyback.
Yeah, Arteezy just finds a way how to get stuck. If it's a cliff, this time around, like, he could not get out. There were like heroes all around him, but once again, good ulti coming out from Wyvern. Fly always there on time, and now they can start split pushing a bit, see where the mines are.
3 dead. EG should have a pretty solid opportunity here to claim these racks. FNATIC, they may be up for one final fight, but they're definitely going to take severe damage to the base.
Top tower.
EG coming in with the siege.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
It was a good attempt, sort of throwing everything in onto Arteezy with the Black Hole, but again, just Fly's positioning. He's always going to have the chance to interrupt things. This time not necessarily cancelling the Black Hole, but making sure that FNATIC just couldn't find any follow-up after it came to an end, and Arteezy able to live. Take top racks, mid racks, they'll sweep over all the bottoms. Still 40 seconds until Raven's back in. Bottom's a little spookier with the mines out.
They should be able to clean that up. They still have a gem. Void Spirit once again holding it. And Fly with extra range coming out from the Arctic Burn can deal with the mine. So this should be the Mega Creep, but it doesn't matter. You have Techies in the team. Next Roche is up. She's Aegis plus a refresher. Like they want to get refresher in this one. I would say much more value, especially for Winter Wyvern's second curse possibly, or just have the BKBs another song. But I feel like Fly should be the one getting it.
Just making sure that they do their best to carefully close the game up.
Allies
To take any risks. The Mega's up. It's very much going to be on FNATIC to just rely on this Techies defense to have a shot at swinging this game around against EG. EG, they're going to do their best to not hand that to them. There's very little chance that FNATIC can get outside of their base whilst EG go for this Roche. So back to farming.
And this Roshan is not going to move. They have 3 Bashers, disarm. I don't think he hit anyone once. Bloodthorn done on Nagasine, so that's going to be quite a lot of damage coming from that item. Refresher passed to the Winter Wyvern, so he has Refresher Shard, Refresher Orb, 3 Vintage Curses. Good luck against that.
This Wyvern has just been such an excellent pick. We don't normally see it, we don't normally feel it, but especially in an age where we've just seen countless games where Enigma has just been allowed to sort of single-handedly win, turn games around. Fly's Wyvern putting a complete stop to Masteros being able to do any of that in this game.
EG trying to go in, possibly, you know, end the game, but with the techies, you never know.
But be careful. Raven jumping in. Sign has been dropped on the mines around these two tier 4s. Careful how hard they're pushing. Arteezy feeling safe though with the Aegis. Gonna try and trade into Raven. Heading back with the Swift Link pretty fast and hard, but Arteezy's got a lot of armor. There's the jump again. Moonlight Shadow, EG setting up behind Arteezy. Raven have to be careful how far he commits. Does not have buyback gold. Now he's going to get jumped. They can take him down the one side in with the follow-up Rolling Thunder. They'll try and force Raven up to the side. DJ has been caught on the front of it all. He will get the snowball off. And they're going to lose DJ almost certainly. The snowball will come to an end. No, on the blink. DJ actually able to pick past the fountain.
For the buildings.
Raven is in for a second round. He gets back over towards Arteezy, but Arteezy, the damage will just work on the illusion. Arrow takes him down. The arrow won't connect. Raven will start backing off, but EG, they're doing the damage to tier 4s. Arteezy continues to push.
That's the first tier 4 tower down. They can keep pushing. Still Aegis on Arteezy.
Raven trying to get in. They do have those 2 black holes if Masteros can find them. He's got to go for something completely incredible. As he's down 27k already. The jump's been made on the back lines. Arteezy's going to pop the sock. It's over to Moon with the Abyssal. Moon, he's got to get out. The BKB is going to short come to an end. Quick save to find the time of the arrow. Hits in Moon.
There's
He's
the
down.
badges.
He's down. He's down.
Available.
He uses again by Masteros. He's going to go for the first back on the other two. With the curve. Fly. Puts a stop to it. Again, just stopping Masteros in his tracks. And Masteros does not have buyback. The Enigma's out for 100 seconds. They've caught Moon outside of the base.
I believe that's it. That nice lane of fly, he had the 2 Windless Curses, that's the 3rd one. He actually used the refresher just to set things up. I mean, it's just too much for him.
That's there. But the mines come out.
He kills Ice, but these are old mines, like they don't have anything else prepared.
As onto the side, Raven trying desperately to defend. DJ applying a little bit of safety inside the snowball. Raven attempting to run. Raven, he's out and down. No buyback on him. GG is caught. As with that EG, they'll secure themselves both wins here in the series, 2-0 against FNATIC.
Big W for EG, big W for Dota community. You know, watching techies lose, I think everyone is pretty satisfied. Great showing from EG. Like, they had some insane timings on their items going in and out. Like, Fly on Winter Wyvern has been